Hey everyone, MineyCat here, but you can call me Miney, and welcome back to another Miney tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're going to be talking about how to make some cool custom embeds like these, which you can see in the Harry Potter PC speedrunning server, as well as ways to make buttons that can go onto them. As you can see here, if I click on one of these buttons, I get assigned the relevant role, and if I click on it again, I can remove myself from that role. So, how exactly does this work? Well, I'm going to come over here to my bot testing server and I'm going to load up this web page, the link to which will be in the description. You're going to hit invite bot and we're going to invite the disk hook utils bot to our server. We're going to type in bot test and we're going to hit continue. We're going to want to authorize it so it has all the permissions it needs and it's going to want to check if I'm a human. Once I've verified that, which apparently I just did, we can go back to Discord and you'll see the bot has come in. What I can then do real quick is I can then go ahead and give this bot the permissions role, my bot role, etc, etc. Okay, so the important thing to note, if you are going to be using your bot to give roles, then what you need to make sure is that the bot's role, the DishookUtils role, is above any role you want it to give. So we're going to give the gold roll here, for example. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put the gold roll there, and I'm going to make sure that the DishookUtils is above the gold roll. Okay, so this is the role that the bot's role. This is the role we're giving. It needs to be above it. But before we get into all of that, let's look at doing some fancy things with embeds. So the first thing you want to go ahead and do is do /webhook create, and you're going to want to get this one in there. Let's say this is some rules. We can do that, and then we'll get a webhook. What we're now going to want to go ahead and do is hit open in DiscoHook. And what that's going to do is it's going to open on this page. We'll hit no thanks. And essentially what you've got here is you've got the thing you can type things in. You can go to profile and you can give your bot a name. So if you want to say Miney test bot, we can do that. If you want to give it a URL, I'm not entirely sure what this URL is. Oh, it's my profile picture. There you go. We can do that. So now it's got my little profile picture. Then if you want it to just say around a standard message, you can say, this is me typing, isn't it awesome? And this is your, this is your message. But obviously we were talking about embeds. So if you want to add an embed, you can go ahead and click on this button down here that says add embed. Then you get an embed, which has a whole bunch of sections. The main one we're going to want to look at is the body. This is where we can put a title. So for this one, we'll say rules. We can put in a description if we want, which is some text. Text goes here. And then we can put in a color. Now I'm going to put mine as red because red's my color. But you can obviously put yours as to whatever you want it to be. Then, if you come down here to fields, you can hit add field. Now, what I would suggest, personally, if you're going to do these for rules, so I could say, rule 1, no swearing. And then you can say, you are not allowed to swear in this server. Anyone found swearing will be banned. Then you can hit add field again, and we can do another one. We can be #2, no eating. You cannot eat in this server. And then you can again effectively do it like this. #3, no streaming. I'm just trying to think of some stupid rules. No streaming in this server. Then we can add another field that just says, if you break these rules, you will be banned. So effectively, yeah, you can see it. Now, I recommend having a little play around and seeing what you got with this. So there's our first embed with the rules. If you want to add, what you might want to do is you might want to add another embed that's going to have your roles on it and say custom roles. And you say click on the respective button below to receive the relevant role. Now, if you want to transcribe your role, so to speak, here is how you can do it. What we do is we go down, we're going to do open squiggly at, and then you're going to come over to Discord, go to your server settings, go to roles, and if you click on the three dots here, you should see an option that says copy role ID. Click on that, go back over here and do that, and then close it, and that's so put an ampersand ahead of that, and that becomes a role. So it's open triangle bracket ampersand ampersand the role ID, and then close it, and you get the role. So this is the gold role. The golden roll. And if I do another one, just for argument's sake, I'll grab the live roll, which I'll just bring down by one, so that I can actually have it assigned. Copy role ID. There we go. And again, I can come into here, put the ID in. I am live on Twitch. There you go. What you don't want to do real quick is go ahead and just reaffirm the webhook if it doesn't work. If you need to get the webhook, you can type /webhook URL, and then the one that you want to get the URL for, which is this one. We're going to copy this in, and then you can hit the send button, and what you'll find is the information doesn't get sent. Why didn't... Oh, no. That was a misclick. Okay, this tutorial is going so well. Okay, hit send. Why don't you send? Oh, there's a problem with the rules. What's wrong with this? Oh, this is required. So it will highlight to basically say if there's anything missing, and as you can see, I didn't put any field value in here, so it is required. See, we're showing how this works on the go. Hit send, and it should now go. There we go. It's now gone in. So you've got your rules and you got your custom role buttons. But how do we, like, say I made a mistake. I don't want this bit anymore. It looks wrong. How do I edit this? Well, what you're going to want to do is hit app, right click on the message, press apps, quick edit, and you're going to say, oh no, not quick edit, sorry. Apps, well, that's a way you can do it, but we'll look at this one. Restore to this hook. Do not include, and click on this link. What that will then do is it will give you the whole thing. But what you're going to want to do to reaffirm this is you're going to want to get the webhook URL again. So again, go webhook URL. Just get the URL link and put it in. What you're also going to want to do is grab the message ID. Just to, again, definitely reaffirm that this is the correct one. So right click, copy message link, and insert it into there, and it should, it should now definitely link up. So again, we don't want that last one, so we're going to click on the X and remove it, and we're going to hit the edit button, and what you'll now see is that one is now gone. What I'm now going to do is right click, and we're going to look at buttons. So if you want to add a button to this to actually make these work, you can do /button add, and again you want the message link, which you can get by right clicking, copy message link, insert the message link into there, and then we can add a button. We're going to do a few things. We can link to a website, we can assign or remove a role, or we can create a custom message in DMs, or it could just be a button for display. For our purposes though, we want to make a role, and we're going to give the gold role, and we're not going to put an emoji, but if you want to put an emoji in here, you can put the ID or the name and hit save. I'll use the blue button, and there you go, it's now there. If we want to add another, you can click on this little button here, and we can add a role. We'll say it's the live role, not this. No, sorry. This utils live even. Let's say again we want to add like an apple to this, because I think there is an apple emoji. You see, we can add the emoji in, and we can make the green, and there we go. There's our button. So now if I click on this, it gives me the gold roll, so I now have the gold roll. If I click on the live button, it gives me the live roll, and again I can remove them by clicking on the same buttons. Remove me from the roll, remove me from the roll. That's a very basic look at how this works. If you guys would like a more in-depth version, and perhaps one that I don't stumble a lot more in, let me know. But yeah, I hope you found that informative, and if you have any questions, as always, feel free to let me know. either by messaging me on Discord, which is as always linked in the description, or leaving a comment. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye!